It's crazy to kind of think about your story too, is you essentially got your dream job, like running the media for CrossFit. From what I know about you is like that was like the sport of fitness was something that you were super like interested and intrigued in versus team sport, like basketball or football or things like that. Like you just loved to just get after it in the gym. And so CrossFit, obviously the perfect fit for you. And then getting the opportunity to go and work for them, what was that experience like for you? And then, kind of taking it from there, I know you have an interesting story of being let go from CrossFit and, that ultimately culminating into what the Buttery Bros is today. So would love for you to kind of just talk about your journey and what it was like to get your dream job, excel at it, and then kind of be left in the dust and saying, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah, so I'll back you up. It was never a dream job. It was just an opportunity. My dream job when I was getting out of college was my career plan was I want to go make movies in Hollywood. Like I want to go be a film director. I want to direct Mission Impossible 10. Like that's where I want to land. Um, and in high school, in college, I loved all sports. I played basketball, I swam, I ran cross country, I played rugby, I played all kinds of different stuff. And, uh, but what I loved about all of them was the training aspect, specifically weightlifting. And so I continued that even when I wasn't playing sports. When I was in college, I was going to the gym every day for, at least an hour. I worked at a facility that allowed me to have a free gym membership when I was at a call center when I was in college as well. And when I graduated and I found CrossFit, the ethos of it, the community of it really inspired me. And I thought this is a really cool grassroots company that has a lot of potential. And the sport is like a Rocky movie. And so to get out of Utah, to get closer to LA, I moved to Santa Cruz, California with the thought and expectation that I'll go down to LA and I'll take meetings and I'll do stuff down there regularly. But this will allow me to work at creating media and content and really cut my teeth on that while also potentially having time to do what I really want to do, which is make movies. Flash forward 3 years, I had zero free time there. Like I was working. Literally, there were days within the first year of moving to California where I would be working from 9 a.m. until 3 a.m., driving 45 minutes home, sleeping, and then repeating for an entire month just to create content for a deadline for ESPN. And so, like, I put my heart and soul into that, and for me, it was worth it because I was at that point producing TV shows for this sport that I loved. Um, I realized really quickly after the like 2 years of doing that, that I don't like creating TV content. That's just not my energy, especially because it looked like it was a live broadcast of an event. I don't like live TV. 'Cause I don't watch a lot of sports. I was more interested in filmmaking. To CrossFit's credit, they allowed me to turn and start making, feature-length documentaries, and that was a whole conversation about, like, what is the value of this content? And it was a whole battle to be able to get them made, and had a lot of pushback, but also a lot of freedom and support, weirdly. I guess not pushback, but questioning about what I was doing. But ultimately, they trusted me, and I produced 4 documentaries while working for that company. And the popularity of that sport exploded between 2009 when I started working for them and 2018 when I eventually was let go. The A CEO came in, a new one was hired by the owner, and he came in and kind of bulldogged and changed everything that was happening from how the sport was being run to specifically how media was being created, saying that we're no longer going to be a media company. And in 2013, there was a whole conversation about how, wow, we're now a media company. But now in 2018, we're no longer going to be a media company. We're just going to be a training company. And I was pulled aside at a party and said, "Hey, thank you so much for your feature films. They were so well produced, so well received. They've grown the company too fast in a direction we didn't want it to go, and so now we're making all these drastic changes." And one of those, a few months later, was myself and my business partner now were let go, and we saw that as an opportunity because we saw the success of the content that we had created for that brand. Um, that we could make this our own and own our future and destiny, as opposed to having it be 100% go to this singular individual that is overrunning this entire, not overrunning, but running this company, running that company. And so we started our YouTube channel. We had initial business plans to do other stuff, but within about 4 months, our YouTube completely took over and was way more rewarding and fun, and gave us just a lot more opportunities than I ever dreamed of.